Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Milena Landrio. Thank you for sharing space with me today. You guys, I'm just going to jump in with a collective reading today. No channeled messages or downloads for this particular one. I just felt guided to come in and do a quick little jump in for you guys to see what's going on in your energy field. So please use your discernment to see if this is resonating with any of you as we move forward, okay? I do hope everyone is doing well, having a wonderful day. It's Monday, October the 7th today, and we're going to begin the day with gratitude. So maybe you woke up today feeling very grateful for your life, feeling grateful for the people that you have in your life, feeling grateful for some information that may have just come to your understanding. Maybe your connections have felt a little bit stagnant as of late, and today you woke up feeling immense gratitude and joy and like this life. I feel like this life, like the surge of like a life force energy coming in, holding you today. So this may have been your morning today, October 7th. We have a guardian angel. You may have had an experience where you are aware that your guardian angel has really jumped in and saved you in an instance. Maybe there was a decision that you made. I just heard decision. So a decision that you made regarding, I hear work placement, opportunity, and understanding. So some of you, maybe it's a work placement where you made a decision and something almost supernatural came into play and created such a great outcome for you. It was just very serendipitous. Some form of an understanding of a circumstance all of a sudden was illuminated. This is in part due to your guardian angel. And I don't remember what the third thing was that I just said. And it'll come back to me. Nine of Hearts. So something that's fulfilling you right now, something harmonious that's creating protection. You're on the verge of the Nine of Hearts card. So you're moving into something that's definitely fulfilling your wishes. You are finding yourself more harmonious, or maybe the energy is feeling more harmonious as you move forward. And you're maybe unknowingly entering into a space, and you just are very aware that the energy feels pure and it feels different, and you are surrounded and supported by your guardian angel, as well as the gratitude that you're holding right now is really amplifying you to move forward. So we just had the moon light goddess come up. Now this was in the reverse, so the way that it came up, and I'm just going to cover it because there's a bit of nudity on the card. Okay, so in the upright, this card is representing repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. So you may have maybe undergone some form of experience that required you to swallow your truth. And maybe as of late, you've decided to start to speak this openly, talk about your circumstances or your experiences in regard to something. I'm also hearing surgery, something that occurred during surgery that was maybe not okay, like something that was very invasive that cost you some sort of ramification, and you've had to heal from that, and you've had to implement forward in reflection. You've done the work. You've gone into your emotions and you've done the work. So this came out in the reverse. So the fact that this came out in the reverse is because you have sat with it on all aspects of what has occurred in your life, and you've been able to move forward with peace in your heart, and love in your mind to move forward. And it was all about your mindset. Again, fulfillment, harmony, and protection. Let's place this one here for now. Let's see here. One more. Oops, thank you. Evolution. And because you've done the work, you're now changing. You're noticing everything around you seems to be transforming. Your previous relationships or certain circumstances where you may have felt combative have now opened up in illumination for you to see things in a different way, a different light. You have a newfound love and appreciation for the life that you're living. And this is what I'm understanding. So we're going to leave it at these 5 cards. And now we're just going to go in and clarify some of the circumstances just to ensure that we're on the right. So we're going to start with the gratitude here. So show me gratitude, please. What are you grateful for? I would be grateful for this too. We have the Ten of Swords. You've been through a lot. You've had people really throwing you under the bus, doing all the things to try to get you to be terminated. You came up against a group of people, perhaps, some of you. Some of you had to undergo like a actual surgery, like a surgery came up in my downloads here. So some of you faced life or death recently and had a new perspective coming out of it. The moonlit goddess in reverse is telling me that you were able to release these repressed emotions, which you felt a certain way about something. And I feel like there's some form of surgery, some form of physical alteration that had to occur or that had occurred for you. And because of this, you had to change the structure of moving forward, which is the evolution card here. And all of this almost happened serendipitously. I cannot say that word. And I'm not saying that the struggle and the hardship that you went through was a beautiful experience. No, I'm saying that the way that you looked at it and the way you perceived it and the way you moved out of it, you handled it like a champ and you grew. You decided to change the way you thought about it rather than sitting and mourning and getting angry and stagnant, which is what a lot of people might do. And instead you opened up and became gratitude. So this is why your pathways have opened up and changed. It's why the air feels sweeter. The breath is experienced as more expansive because you're moving into a new way of being. You may not realize that, but you know that there's something different about the way you're seeing things. Everything looks a little brighter. Everything, even when you're having those days, like if you're a parent and you're struggling with the kids, like, fighting or doing all the the homework and getting the lunches and all the things that come with being a parent, on top of doing all of your stuff, you're still looking at it in a luminous way. And you're trying to create some sort of spark or adventure within it. And this is what I'm getting from the gratitude card. It's like you're extremely grateful to be alive, and you know your place on this earth because of it, of all that taught you to be grateful to be alive. So you may have been at a point in your life where it was hard for you to understand how to be grateful for things, and you're starting to maybe connect these dots after this last experience or whatever this experience is that has occurred that's created this form of understanding for you. And the Two of Chalices is what's coming up for the guardian angel. And because it's on the guardian angel card, I get the sense that, spiritually speaking, things have opened up for you in ways that they never did before. The way you're seeing life, and the way that you're experiencing life, you're able to now connect to the spiritual realms in a much deeper and more profound way. I'm seeing a flash of an experience that I had where I've seen an archangel with my eyes, and I feel like this is you, that you could have maybe even seen your guardian angel or have actually seen an angel in regards to the experience that you had from the Ten of Swords into the Two of Chalices. And what the Two of Chalices is telling me is that this meaningful experience created an understanding for you, that you've always had support. You may not have had the support in the physical world, but you are now seeing that you've always had the support in the spiritual world. And this is emotionally fulfilling you, and it's deepening your spiritual connection to God, to your angels, to your ancestors. And it's creating this unique, harmonized balance in your interactions, whether you know it or not. It's what's really implementing and helping you move forward in a much more positive light, which is really exciting. It feels very exciting, the energy. So we're now going to check out the Nine of Hearts. going on with the Nine of Hearts, please? It just feels like really exciting surges of energy coming forward. And you have the Queen of Grains for this particular card in regards to the Nine of Hearts. And the Nine of Hearts, again, is about fulfillment, harmony, and protection. And you learned fulfillment. You learned what fulfilled you. You had to. You had to go in and learn about your experiences and how you engaged in your experiences. Very crucial component into feeling that experience of fulfillment. And being the Queen of Grains, this is where you gain this wisdom, this nurturing, and this caring, and this balance of responsibilities. Because when you're able to feel the fulfillment of what you have in your life and be grateful for it, you're able to start to carry out the weight of each interaction that you have in a way that's more resourceful to you. This is all about being efficient, this card. And it's also about understanding that you have to nurture and care for yourself first. And that will trickle out towards those that you love. Gaining some sort of independent strength from that and the balanced responsibilities causes you to be able to experience a wisdom that could help you collect financially abundant experiences in your future, because you're able to delegate and see the fruits of your labor and understand what's more what's in need, what's of importance versus what's not. And you may have in the past given more of your energy to what is not. Then we have the Moonlit Goddess here. I don't know how YouTube experiences these cards. I'm not for children. But anyhow, I just feel like this card's a little bit too boobs out. So the Moonlit Goddess, we're going to get a card for this one. So it's in the reverse. And this is about letting go of the repressions and the emotions. It's really head on facing your emotions. And a lot of the readings have been like that lately. And it's a tower. So yeah, again, there was a tower that occurred in your life that required you to really look at what was you were experiencing and how you were giving your energy in your life to those that mattered and to those that didn't matter. And the tower is indicating this sudden disruption, this sudden collapse. So some seriousness of like a surgical experience or some sort of physicality that could have caused death for you in this regard is a sudden disruption. And it's a collapse of everything that you thought was important, you realize wasn't important, because in those moments of life or death, we are really faced with the most important things of our life, right? And then it's understanding the chaos and destruction that surrounds that, because when you're in an experience where you're having a near-death experience, you are going to see everything vividly around you like a movie, and you are going to experience it around the center, the chaos and that you've been letting in. And if you're able to finally tangibly connect to these experiences, which it sounds like you are able to in regards to this card, because the repressed emotions have been released. You've been able to allow them to flow so you can feel them and experience them, to have the reflection and become more harmonious in the healing regard. And so the tower is just telling me that the force of that change and it changed you into this new perspective. Sorry. What did I just say? Perspection? Is that even a word? Perspection. Sounds like one. Anyway, it's not really connecting to my brain at this time. So anyways, I was meant to say new perspective. So this force change gives you gain a new perspective in it. You realize what is of importance and what you've maybe been struggling with letting go of. And in that moment, that's divine intervention. Again, the guardian angel. And then we have the evolution. And this is like climate change, earth changes, everything around you will change in regards to a transformation. And this is what's highly impacting at this time. So it's like a really beautiful energy to be in. So I'm very excited for whomever this reading is resonating with. So evolution. One card for this one, please. And we have the Three of Grains. And what I'm getting from the Three of Grains in regards to evolution is that with all this gained space, like when we realize what's of importance and we're able to compartmentalize the important things versus the non-important things, and our desires in fulfilling these experiences, delegating into our projects, aligning and collaborating with ourselves first about what is important to ourselves, we are able to shed a frequency of the past, which may have allowed you to find similar blockages in your expansions. And what I mean by that is meeting people that are of like-minded when you're feeling stuck is not really beneficial, because you're meeting other like-minded stuck people. They may not have the same interests as you, or likely you have the same interests and the same concerns, which is why you're feeling like this energy was beneficial at the time, because it was comforting, right? When we meet each other in our shit, right? We are usually comforted by those that mirror the same as us, because we can understand them. But it's this evolution is showing that you're now able to embark into a territory where you become a bit uncomfortable in your experience, and not in a bad way. The uncomfortable is just showing you that you're alive. And as you're moving forward into these connections, you already know what's going to fit, what's not going to fit, because you've already learned that, because you've reflected and you've had the repressed emotions that kept you stuck in the past. And because of this, you're now stepping into the realization of what's ambitious within you. This energy that I'm feeling does feel very ambitious. So you have all these old ideas that maybe you felt you were not good enough for, that are now spiraling back up to the surface, ready for you to entertain. And this is where you could focus on what is the quality of the things I want to utilize, and how am I going to put my craftsmanship into this? How is my energy going to fuel this in a more powerful or positive or impactful way? And this is the success, and this becomes a collaboration effort. This is where you start to meet people with like-minded but growth mindset in regards to creation, because you're in a growth mindset, and this is the evolution. And this creates these experiences of success, because you're able to share in a like-minded interconnection, a like-minded union. And I mean, the Two of Chalices here also is expressing that as well. So I just felt like popping in and giving you a quick read. Let's just see where this is heading. I'm going to grab one of my other cards here. One moment here. Let me just grab these. I'm feeling called to the Blue Angel Oracle. I'm just going to pull one of these cards for you just to end this message. And we have Ancient of Days as the concluding card. Such beautiful cards, these. Let's just put this up here so I can show you it. So this is Ancient of Days. Number 31 could be of significance. Let me just open up my book and I'll read it to you. So I hope this message is resonating with you. I hope it's helping fuel that beautiful energy that you've been working so hard to accumulate into. Let's see here. I love and embrace the entirety of who I am. All serves a divine purpose, and all is a blessing. I am love, and I see clearly that all is love. Beyond judgment, there is wholeness. This is the main little quote that they've placed. So the Ancient of Days is the eternal flame. You are a creative expression of the life force that flows through you. Thus, you are full of endless possibility. Listen to the infinite wisdom of your soul, which it sounds like you have been, for it will guide you to creations of love and light. Feel the flame aglow in your heart. This flame is your intuitive wisdom. Let it burn through all illusions and obstacles so your path may be clear and bright. Observe your breath. It will lead you to the golden temple deep within you. Enter the majestic glory that is authentically you. Feel yourself reborn with each new breath as you connect with the timeless love and potential that you hold. Go forth and live your potential. All is possible for you now. And then there's a little Walt Whitman quote. It is so small, it is no small matter, this round and delicious globe, moving so exactly in its orbit forever and ever, without one jolt or the untruth of a single second. I do not think it was made in 6 days, nor in 10,000 years, nor 10 billions of years. And this is the message. Just a quick little drop in. I do hope you're all doing well. Until next time, take care.